Hi, my name is Akash Prabhakar. I'm an actor and a filmmaker. You can find my films here on this channel. I'm going to tell you 100 lessons I learned from making my films independently. Let's go. Your first impression matters. Most films lose its audiences in the first 10 seconds. Not the ending, not the middle, right in the beginning, right at the start. First impression really matters. In theatre and in film, the audiences decide instantly. The curtain rises, the first frame appears, and somewhere in their mind they're already asking one thing. Do they want to go on this journey with you? The first image is like a promise. It tells you the story that you're here to listen to. It tells them the world that they're kind of entering. It tells them what emotion they might have to hold, what emotion they will hold, what emotion they will feel. And why should they care? Look at some of our favorite films, like mine, Life is Beautiful. Life is Beautiful doesn't start with a tragic opening. It in fact starts with something completely opposite. It doesn't open with war, fear, or tragedy. It actually opens up with playfulness. Guido just is tumbling into the town, joking, playful, joking with authority, bending reality with his charm and his smile. The promise is so clear immediately. The world will be seen through his imagination and playfulness from here on. Even before the thought of Holocaust in the story and the plot about Holocaust enters in this story, Guido's personality is defined. The film clearly tells you right at the get-go that humor, innocence, playfulness, and love will be the language of this film. The first moment teaches you how to watch the film. When darkness arrives later and Guido is acting the way you wouldn't expect a person to act, it doesn't feel manipulative. It actually feels further sad and devastating because this man is trying to hold every ounce of happiness, playfulness, humor left in him. Seeing how this man is not letting his happiness, his playfulness, his humor, his charm go no matter what happens. The opening now isn't a tonal shock. It is a moral contract. The film, as it opens, you see Guido, Roberto Benigni's character, saying, "I will protect my wonder and childlike playfulness as long as I can, no matter what." Even when the world doesn't. That's why opening matters so much. If Life is Beautiful had begun inside a camp, if it began with tragedy, the whimsy might feel a bit dishonest. But intelligently starting the film with joy and slowly moving into the harsh realities of that time earns its right to break your heart later, yet make you cry as you see this man. The first image doesn't tell viewers what happens. It tells us how the filmmaker chooses to look at that world. You're awesome, Roberto Benigni. Let's look at one of my other favorite films, Before Sunrise. The film opens on a moving train. Ordinary, uncinematic, almost accidental. Two strangers share a space before they even share any words. All they share is a look. The first image itself tells you what kind of film this is going to be. Nothing major is going to happen. No plot-driven urgency about time running out. No big events. Just time passing and attention being paid to each other. The promise is that meaning will come from good conversations, pauses, and being present. By the time Jesse and Celine decide to get off together, the film has already trained you how to watch it, has subtly informed you what is to come. You are not waiting for twists and turns and unnecessary drama. You are listening. Now that's what a first good image does. It doesn't explain the story overtly, but it trains the audiences on how to watch the film that the maker is trying to make. If you look at something as commercial as John Wick, you'll see something similar. A clear, heartbroken hero who doesn't want to go back to violence at all costs, grieving his wife's death, spending time with his dog in his car, chooses to again and again not enter the world that he was in until that dog is killed and that car is taken away. Now he's not going to stop. It looks like the story is of revenge, but actually it's of grief, it's of hurt. And how a person who's hurt so hard at this point of time will go lengths and breadths and destroy the world and kill the person who's taken the dog away and not stop till that's done. Now think about your film's first image. Where does it start? A couple stuck in Koramangala traffic arguing about what to wear for tomorrow's dinner party, a child clutching his old broken violin case, a dancer looking at an empty stage and his fractured feet. No dialogues, no backstory, just image. How does it start? Because with that, we already understand the conflict. We already feel something. That's the job of a good first impression. Before the plot twists, before the big moments in the film, ask yourself that one question. What is the emotional truth of the story? And how do I start my film with that? And how can I show that in the very first frame? Because when you start strong, the audiences lean in. They trust you. And then, if they trust you, they stay. That's lesson one. See you in the next one.